Hey, but the 600LT doesn't seem that much different from the 570S on which it's based. Its 3.8 litre twin-turbo V8 has a touch more power and torque, yes, whilst its styling has been tickled to give it a more aggressive look for sure, but not one that's radically different from the 570S. Look more closely, however, and the 600LT is in fact a very different animal. It's almost 100 kilograms lighter than a 570S for starters, and it generates an extra 100 kilograms of downforce thanks to its various new carbon fibre wings. Plus, it rides on a bespoke set of Pirelli Trofeo R tyres, which in conjunction with some suspension tweaks and a stronger set of brakes make it, quote, much faster and much more dynamic to drive than a 570S, says McLaren. So, let's see.
Well, here it is, the McLaren 600LT. Honestly, kind of speechless right now. Let's just jump right into the review. So obviously a lot of things on the 600LT are changed from the base 570S, but I'd like to start back here with that engine, the 3.8 liter twin turbocharged V8 engine, the same engine as in your run-of-the-mill 570S, but here it's been tuned to produce 592 bhp and 457 pound-feet of torque for that 7-speed automatic. And you can see it's also been given a top exit exhaust system that sounds a lot more aggressive, helps release some back pressure to improve performance even more, and yeah, it also spits flames. So obviously with that bump in horsepower, you get a bump in performance as well. 0 to 60 is now in as little as 2.8 seconds, and top speed is right around 204 miles per hour. But that's not where McLaren stops, because in addition to the improved straight line acceleration, the improved performance as far as horsepower numbers go, they've also done a little bit of tweaking to the suspension. So it has thicker anti-roll bars than your run-of-the-mill 570S. It has brakes borrowed from the 720S that are lighter in weight and help the car stop faster. And it also has lower, stiffer suspension. So obviously the exterior of the 600LT has been updated to reflect all those increases in horsepower and track performance. So we can see a lot of changes on the 600LT to make it more aggressive and track focused than the 570S is. Overall, the car has been lengthened by around 3 inches. Since this is a long-tail version of the car, they had to make it a little bit longer with this exposed carbon weave front splitter, and then obviously a larger rear diffuser in the back of the car. But despite the increase in length, the car has actually been decreased as far as overall weight goes. Obviously, you've got the lightweight exhaust system back there, and just a ton of carbon parts all around the car that help decrease weight by 212 pounds over the 570S. And it also improves downforce by 220 pounds more than the base 570S. And obviously, a lot of that is thanks in part to all these carbon fiber aerowork parts all around the car. Like I just said, this front splitter here. Also on the side of the car, you have really large side skirts, again in exposed carbon fiber. You've also got large side vents there to help improve cooling to that 3.8 liter V8. You've got lightweight 10-spoke rims, lightweight exposed carbon fiber mirror caps, and then in the rear of the car, obviously, the lightweight spoiler. Now, something interesting about the spoiler on this car is that it's positioned right next to the exhaust. In fact, when it spits flames, the flames almost lick the spoiler itself. And so that's why you'll see the middle section of that rear spoiler coated in some sort of protective covering so that it doesn't burn up when you're going around the track. But now I say it's time to hop in and check out the interior of this 600LT. Alright, so moving to the interior of the 600LT right away, you can tell this is not your ordinary 570S. Staring you right in the face, you've got this gorgeous carbon fiber steering wheel. That's right, you've got carbon fiber on the steering wheel with these 3 spokes here and then on the paddle shifters. Now the car does have a lot of Alcantara in it as well, but something it does not get standard is carpet. Carpet does not come standard in this car, nor does things like radio or AC. And the reason McLaren left those out of the 600LT is to keep weight even lower. If you want comfort, go with the 570 GT. This car is all about performance. But since McLaren is a nice company, they do offer those things at no extra cost to the customer. Overall, the design is very, very simple. There's not a lot going on in here. It's all about the driving experience, but you do get a very nice, large infotainment touchscreen here. You have a digital gauge cluster up on the dash, very similar in design to what the 720S has, except it does not fold up or down. Probably just to keep weight low again. It comes, like I said, with this very nice 3-spoke, flat-bottom, Alcantara-coated steering wheel, and then you have these gorgeous carbon fiber bucket seats. Now the car comes standard with the same bucket seats as featured in the McLaren P1 that are supposed to save around 46 pounds over the stock 570S's bucket seats. But if you prefer, you can opt to have the Senna's bucket seat stuck in here just to give it that extra added flair of performance. This is a really great interior. It's not altogether completely different from the base 570S, just a bunch of performance and tech added to it to keep it lightweight. The only thing I don't like about it, the only thing, literally one thing I don't like, is that the seats and the contrast colors in the car, this red here, cannot be spec'd to match the exterior color of the car. So you've got red interior, orange exterior, yellow brake calipers, none of it can be matched in color. It just kind of creates a sense of disconnect throughout the car and makes it look, well, not really that great. But other than that small pet peeve, it is a fantastic, fantastic interior and exterior.